Hi guys, this is the reading for the week of June 27th to July 3rd, 2013. I did something very different this week. I used the Angel Tarot deck and I used the Tea Leaf Tarot. So here we go. The beginning of the week, we got a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. You notice how they keep referring to us finding magic in life or finding contentment or peace or happiness with the present moment? It's like they're going to drill it in our head. That message just keeps coming up everywhere I look, in articles, in affirmations. It's just amazing to me. And then the tea leaf, it says deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Over the years, you've been tested so many times in so many different ways, and even if ways you weren't tested, you may have heard stories from people you ran into. That deep personal strength and peace will assure your success with your goals. So that's a great message. The Sun, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success, have confidence in yourself. So this is Archangel Uriel, who's blessing the middle of the week, that you feel confidence, that you have maybe some happiness with your thoughts, that you can trust them, that they're answered prayers. The tea leaf is saying chain of events that will affect your life. Be careful what you think and be careful what you give energy to, because it seems like it's a pivotal time. If you remember the year reading, the beginning of the year was just a hibernation point where everybody was sort of transforming and shedding old pieces and then getting new pieces or healing or kind of manifesting a newer part of themselves. We're kind of in that momentum now, but it's a powerful time. It almost feels like, by powerful, I mean like, it almost feels like anything could happen, and you have to be careful who you expose yourself to or what you think or believe, because that could affect what ends up happening to you. I can't even put enough importance to that, but that's really the sense I get when I read this statement. Queen of Fire, confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So you may have been beaten down by people who've poo-pooed your ideas, or maybe just, said, gee, I'm so tired of hearing about it. It'd be nice if you actually had, I don't know, the thing come true, or the job, or the money, or whatever that you claim that you're going to be getting. Persist and be independent and happy and creative. Persist and feel successful, be successful, act successful anyway. And with the Queen of Fire, there might be a person, a woman, a new friend, or a mentor that comes into your life. They just mentioned grandmother. So somebody has almost like a grandmother figure, or a grandmother, an actual grandmother, just giving them good advice at this point. Pay attention, because something meaningful might come out of this conversation that helps you in a surprising way. And this was interesting too. Tent. It all sort of flowed together, but in maybe a different way than you guys would expect. But for me, I'm kind of used to it, so it works for me. It says tent, and it says temporary situation. What you're going through now, this not knowing where things were going to fall into place. You thought you'd know more by now. It's a temporary situation. When I got this card, I actually smiled, because I thought, boy, you're not kidding, man. It's just a temporary situation that seems to be dragging on forever. And this is kind of the nicest part of the message, actually. So for the Angel Tarot, they said this is the end of the week, okay? So this is towards July 4th. Things are looking up, end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. Now, I actually am taking a trip, but that's not till August. I was supposed to take a trip in July. I think this is very interesting that they're pointing this out. So things are looking up. Maybe you had a relationship. Remember how we talked about there were going to be things that were clarified, some family discussions, maybe even a healing with a friendship or something like that. If you had some sort of strained issue, either with a friend, a close family friend, or an actual family member, things are looking up. So just take heart. I know birthdays are coming up too. There's a swarm of birthdays. I saw that on Facebook. Things are looking up. There's an end of a difficult situation, but that feels more like job or love, not so much friendship. The end of a difficult situation means like things are just in a weird space between you and a person. that I'm saying friend, but it could be like a family member too. And then a lot of people are taking vacations, or even when they're staying at home, the staycations. Let yourself enjoy the moment. Let yourself enjoy and be so thankful that you have the ability to take a vacation. I actually met somebody who took one vacation her whole life, and it was just, I was so stunned when given her life circumstances, it made sense to me, but it was still very hard to hear anyway, because it was like, wow, I really need to be more grateful that I've taken so many trips. Now, this next message is making me smile, and let me explain why. So it said flowers for happiness. Remember how I said there would be a bunch of marriages, if not marriages, just very strong partnerships that would last, I'll say, the next 20 or 30 years? That starts to happen. I already had a friend get married last weekend, which was really nice. It was a gay marriage, nonetheless, very apropos, given the Supreme Court ruling. So congratulations to people who are gay. I'm so happy you have that equality. But this is talking about happiness, like some soul happiness. Like, you've been meditating for a while, but now you're going to get that sense of peace. Things that you've been studying, things you've been reading, it'll all fall into place. That's kind of what I get with this card. It also is like, for the people who've been looking for maybe someone new, that comes forward. If maybe you were deciding between two people, that clarity comes in July. So this is exciting. And this is kind of very funny. It's October. So in this deck, they have 12 month cards. And it's helpful if you're asking about, the event of something like, when does this person get married? When do they have the baby? When do they move? When I saw this card, someone we know is getting married in October. I can't even shake it. I'm just so excited. So whoever gets married in October, you have got to tell me, because I'm super excited for you. Weddings are fun anyway. They're just fun because they're fun decorations and people act so joyous. And I think people, they look forward to this because life can be so hard. And especially now, things have gotten so complicated to be in the US or alive, I think, at this point on Earth. It's just been so draining and so like disheartening in some ways, that the fun stuff seems highlighted. It really seems to give everybody that joy or happiness. But if it's not a marriage, then someone's giving birth, and I think it's a big deal because it's like an unexpected thing. Like, somebody who didn't think they could get pregnant gets pregnant in October. So this is, whoever this is, could you please tell me? Is all I'm going to say. So that's the message for the week. It's a great message. It actually is just asking us to be persistent, keep looking up, keep thinking positive, keep expecting more, keep expecting the best. And then we end up with flowers and happiness and weddings and a child. So that's the message for the week. Let's go to the prayer. The prayer. Thank you, God, angels, and everyone who watches over us, for your clear guidance, for your numerous resources, for your unexpected blessings. Thank you for blessing us with food, shelter, clothing, water, the ability to make choices, the ability to manifest our dreams, the ability to access help and books. Thank you for putting us in a wonderful time that's quite strange, but yet hopefully quite powerful in a good way. Thank you for helping the governments cooperate with one another for peace, for some understanding, for the violence to end, for the lack of integrity, for that to disappear. Thank you, and we will see you soon. And please help us pray, and please help us meditate, and please help us feel close to you when we do so. Okay, guys, have a good week. I will see you next week.